Toki a mi ang kasio, nilisitilan sona mi pi toki pona. Pona to my first video lesson for toki pona, the 120-word language. Here I'll be explaining what toki pona is and why it exists, and then in following lessons I'll begin teaching grammar. Toki pona is a constructed language or conlang created in 2001 by linguist Sonia Lang. Toki pona was made as an experiment in simplifying thoughts and communication. By breaking language down into universal elements, you can learn to communicate more directly and more honestly. The key tenet is minimalism. Toki pona only uses around 120 to 140 basic words, but that doesn't mean that there's only 120 things that you can say. The language relies heavily on compounding. Instead of a separate word for library, you can just say tomolipu or book building. Personal perspective is also really important in speaking toki pona. There tends not to be just one way to say something, it depends on what it is to you. To a driver, a car might be an ilotawa or a movement machine, but to a passenger, it can be a tomotawa or a moving room. There's no wrong answer, and it can be a really fun puzzle to break down advanced concepts into what you feel are its basic elements. The words themselves also tend to be pretty wide-reaching in their meaning. For example, the third-person pronoun ona is the only third-person pronoun. There are no different forms for gender, number, or animacy. You're also going to see me use these symbols a lot throughout the series. These are sitilan pona, which is a logographic or hieroglyph writing system for toki pona, where every symbol is one word. You don't need to know them, but they are pretty common and it can be helpful when learning the meanings of words. These are the symbols for toki, which means communication, talk, or language, and pona, which means good. Together, toki pona, or the language of good. With these videos, I am going to try to teach the language's entire grammar and vocabulary, but I'm not an authority. There's a really vibrant and welcoming community of thousands of speakers out there with a ton of different perspectives, so if you're seriously interested in learning, I definitely recommend getting involved. If you have any questions or anything, I'll be responding to people in the comments, and if not, I'll see you in the next part. Tawa pona!